I'm Lucy here with Kevin, and we are very excited to have you here for an interview with us. And first, can you tell me why do you want to come and teach in China?
I think it's just a great opportunity to get to travel and work, gain experience in the field, and really immerse myself in the culture.
Yeah, and because the work visa process can be quite long, so how do you find the process personally for you? Because I guess you must have a long story about this.
Yes, it was a bit difficult. I had to drive for a total of about 30 hours in between going to different cities for my passport and authenticating documents and also, the final visa application process. And I think one piece of advice I would have for anyone doing this is to definitely apply for your passport as far beforehand as you can. That way you can get it through the mail instead of having to go to the passport office in person.
So how do you like Hangzhou so far?
It's been quite an adjustment. I'm from a very small town, so Hangzhou is a very big, very modern city, but it has been very convenient that a lot of things are written in English too here, and also it's been very convenient having a lot of restaurants and a store right next to the school campus. It's definitely a big experience, but I've only been here for a couple of weeks, so I haven't gotten to get out and explore much yet.
And so how do you find something interesting in China, in Hangzhou?
Well, there was a very nice park I went to. It's very orderly, a little bit more built up than most American parks I've been to. And also I had a interesting and frustrating experience with a restaurant I went to. On the door there was a big sign advertising for a bacon cheeseburger, which is something served in America that I was very excited to see. And so I went in and I ordered one. I pointed very clearly at the picture of that on the menu, and I was given a chicken sandwich.
I don't know whether there's some misunderstanding of what they think of the bacon cheeseburger, maybe. And speaking of which, how do you like the food here?
Well, it's very different from the Chinese food that we had back in Oregon. But some of it is very good. There's a lot of very spicy stuff, which is interesting. And some of it, I can't really quite go with. It's but most of the food I've eaten here has been at the school cafeteria, so it is school cafeteria food. So I can't expect too much out of it.
So did you explore to the surrounding of your school and see if there's some nice restaurants?
Yeah, I found a fairly nice fast food place called SWJ. I don't know what the Chinese name for it is, but they actually have a big heat lamp area with a bunch of bowls of pre-made food, and you just walk up with a tray and pick up the bowls you want, or if there's something you want that hasn't been put into a bowl yet, they have bigger sort of vats of it, I guess, that they will make you a bowl of, and you can get your food to go. It's pretty good, good quality stuff.
Do you find it easy saving some money while living here?
Well, I haven't been here all that long yet, but what it looks like is that I'll actually be able to save about 3/4 of my salary. So yeah, it's pretty easy to save. The cost of living here is really low, so unless you're going out buying a lot of unneeded things, you can really save $1,000 or more a month easily.
So, Kevin, what do you like the best of China?
Well, I think it's everyone has been very nice and helpful here. I've been invited to go out half a dozen times in just the couple of weeks I've been here. Back home, starting a new job, I often wouldn't get invited to go out anywhere for at least a couple of months into the job until people got used to you. So that's been pretty nice.
Yeah, it's good that the teachers at your school, they are friendly, they are like welcoming you to the school. And how do you like your accommodation?
It's pretty nice. I'm fresh out of college, so I don't expect too much. And I know that my accommodations are very good, especially by the standards of my colleagues. It's not quite what I was expecting when I was told I'd have my own apartment because there's no kitchen. But I do have a private bathroom and a private bedroom, so it's pretty good. I also have a little balcony, which I've never had before. But it overlooks the roof of another building, so it's not totally out in the open.
Do you find like something you don't like about Hangzhou or China?
Well, one thing that's been tough to get used to is the different way the roads work here. In America, things are a lot more orderly and regulated on the roads. One side will go, the other side will wait.
Yeah.
But here I've noticed a lot of cars will go when it's not their turn. Scooters will go right through the crosswalk, just seemingly randomly, and so you can't really relax when you're waiting to cross the street. And when driving, I've noticed a lot of people, instead of using a turn signal and waiting for a car to make a gap for you, they'll just sort of start nosing their way in between other cars. It's very different from especially the way people drive in Oregon, so that's been a little stressful.
Kevin, do you recommend other foreign teachers to come and teach in Hangzhou?
Yes, I would recommend it. So far, it's shaping up to be a great experience, and the pay is pretty good. Cost of living is low. I really have no complaints so far.
That's good. Kevin, do you have any advice for new foreign teachers who come to China for the first time?
Well, my number one piece of advice is to start the process of your passport and visa as soon as possible. Don't wait around on that because there will be a lot of waiting in between the different steps in the process. And another thing is make sure you have anything set up that you need to. Like, I would advise, if you have any friends and family you want to talk to back home, if they can get WeChat, have them download that ahead of time, because a lot of, Google services and Facebook, the things we generally use to talk to each other in the United States at least, just don't work here. And yeah, just have that all set up beforehand, so that you don't have to try to communicate with them other ways, and running up expensive international calling.
Kevin, do you like recommend your friend or family to? Sorry, can I start again?